Demetri Turin is a film and stage actor known for his roles in Monster, Three's a Shroud, Gatwick Gangsters, and of course the Nollywood movie The Past Can Call It. He is also known for being an assistant director and scriptwriter. Demetri has many interests which include acting, history, science, and world politics. He is also a fan of classical, jazz, and rock music, being himself a bass guitarist in an indie rock band. He was a professional tap dancer for 8 years and is passionate about his motorbikes. Demetri has a huge love for his family. I talked to him about his life as an actor, director, and what he thinks of the industry, all on The TheJustEVE Show.
My opinion, I would say it's because it's not professional enough yet. It's got a lot of talent, a lot of good heart, but it's not. I think one of the problems I personally noticed, because I love working with Nollywood, is that timekeeping, remembering lines. It's just the whole. They're not organised enough yet, and one of the reasons why Rukaya Mata asked me to come on board and help him was to give him suggestions, help him understand that. And I think that's the only thing that's holding them back. It's the talent's there. Some of the stories would be a little, because if you're putting out all the time stories out of relationship betrayal, and there's not perhaps enough diversity in it. Could maybe play with relationships in a darker sense rather than a lighter sense. So I think there's absolutely is a talent. Absolutely, if they've got the skills, just better organisations and perhaps some more diversity in stories. Well, a director needs to find a script that's a cut above the rest if they want to make themselves known. I think that these times they need to pull away from CGI a little, because CGI should only be there to enhance what you can't do without it. So again, it's having stories, that play with different aspects of life. The planets, the universe, you could play with those things a bit more, but you don't have to be sci-fi to do that. You can play with it on the planet. There's a film I love called Jacob's Ladder. I don't know if anybody's in it yet. Precisely that's an amazing movie. So the directors, they just need to be a little more imaginative, to see a bigger picture than. Even if they see a script that is not brilliant, they could still, their input could make it a lot better.
You're welcome back. This is the TheJustEVE Show. If you're just joining us, our guest today is a very good friend of mine. I haven't seen him in ages, so I'm really excited that you're here on the show, Demetri.
Thank you very much.
Turin, right?
Turin, yes, in the Shroud.
You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And how have you been?
Well, actually, on the way, it's funny you say that. I'm fine, but getting here,
good.
I nearly didn't get here because I didn't think I was going to make it, because when I got to Streatham, a car crashed into another car right in front of my motorbike, so I had to around that. And then I got to Wandsworth Common, and there's this guy, must have been on his mobile phone, because he suddenly swerved in front of me and went into a bollard. So this is on the way here today, and I thought I was in a Mad Max movie. I thought, that's it. This is, the end of the world's happening.
Not the end of the world.
So I made it.
Good.
Despite all odds.
Good on you. Okay, let's go back to the beginning, because that's what I do with all my guests.
Okay.
What was your growing up like?
Wow. It was different. I was always different, so that didn't help. But I come from a mixed marriage that was. Not great. My father's Cypriot, Greek Cypriot, my mother's English, and it was just they made that classic mistake of staying together for the children's sake, which is not the best thing to do. And from experience, I can tell you, don't do it if you don't get on. It'd be far better for the kids. And if it wasn't, I love them both, but they just made that mistake. So there was constant friction in the house, which is not good for my brother and I. But they both, my mum's remarried, she lives in Cornwall, my father lives in Cyprus, he's remarried, and they remarried the perfect people for them, eventually.
That's a good thing.
If it wasn't for my English grandparents, I think I would have been totally different. You know,
Different in what way?
I don't know, maybe angry, or I don't. Maybe I would. I don't know. But they gave me that love I needed, and that kind of. They used to take me around castles and countryside and museums, and they just gave me that diversity. A person like myself needed. You know.
That's good. Okay. How did you get into the arts?
Another good question. Well, I was a tap dancer from the age of 5.
Tap dancer? I love tap dancing!
Till I was 18, from the age of 5 till I was 18. And I did circus training when I was 16 because I wanted to be another Jim Kelly.
You're not fearless?
No.
Or rather fearful?
No, don't fear anything. Just bad people. But yeah, so then I was being hired by American companies to do private shows for them with a lady called Mandy, and we used to do a tap dance with a brass band behind us, and I was doing somersaults and flips and things like that. And then I went to my travels. I lived in Poland, and Lanzarote, and just travelling to Germany, and travelled around a bit. And then I came bass guitar, and I was in a band playing bass guitar. Rock band, yeah, rock band. Sort of indie music. And then life took a different road. You know, because I was a trained chef.
Okay.
So I met my.
How come you haven't cooked for me?
You haven't invited me.
Oh.
You're gonna have to come out, aren't you?
Yeah.
Where do you live?
That's where I live. No.
Bad question. Then I met my wife to be. I went to Cornwall, lived in Cornwall, came back, had a restaurant burnt down, came back, and then I started doing film extra work. And there was a particular film called The Golden Compass, and there was Nicole Kidman and the guy who plays James Bond. I apologise, I can't remember the guy who plays James Bond.
Which film?
New
Which
one.
Daniel
Craig. Thank you, Daniel Craig. Now they were on the Nicole Kidman, and they were on the boat. The guy playing one of the head gypsums didn't turn up, and there was 50 extras, and they suddenly pointed to me, and they suddenly got me changed into this outfit, put me on the boat with them, and I had to do a little scene walking off the boat and all that kind of stuff. Nothing much, but so I had no claim to fame. But what happened was the guy who was directing, he came up to me and said, "You've got a quirky look about you. You should think about doing proper acting." No offence to extras, that is, because I think they do a grand job and they should not be looked down in any such formal manner. So I went home to my wife and said, "I'm going to do acting." And she went, "Great." So then I went to Rose Bruford and did 2 years part-time there. And then what did I do then? I then went for an audition to a school called the Actor Works. 500 people auditioned, and didn't think I'd get that. And then I went to Edinburgh, did the Edinburgh Festival where I played a highwayman. Came back, and the guy rang me and said, "I'd like to offer you a place." And I went, "I can't actually afford it." Because I didn't think it through properly. He said, "No, for nothing." So I got 2 years full. So I got a scholarship. So I got 2 years full time, which was really hard work because I was dispatch riding in the day till 5 o'clock, and I was there till 10 o'clock in the evenings, and all day Saturday. And at the same time, you were learning lines. You were, singing classes. That was I hated dancing classes, which I liked. So you had all the physical theatre and everything. And I saw my family maybe on Sundays. So
I'm sure they were very understanding.
Yeah, it was hard. I'm not saying it was hard on my wife. It was because she was working full time and coming home and cooking things. So it was hard on her as well as myself.
Bless her.
Yeah, bless her. Yeah.
Okay, so now, this is one question I said I was going to ask you. Why do you always play the devil?
Do you want me to answer that? Because I'm good at it.
You're good at it. Okay, so I better guess what happened.
No,
all those body parts.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think what happens when you've got dark hair, and a goatee and dark eyes, you you won't get a blonde person playing the devil, for example. You just tend to get more bad parts in it. I suppose the way I look, even though I don't, I'm not that chiseled kind of, but I suppose Satan's got to have that kind of look about him that doesn't say the devil, but suddenly you give that look of the devil, and that kind of, that aura that people go, oh, okay. So I think that's probably why.
So if you weren't playing the baddie roles, what would you love to play?
Oh, I play good roles, I think lots of so it's not all baddies, My dream is to play, when I'm a bit older, because I think you have to be a bit older, is to play King Lear.
Oh.
That's my dream.
Yeah, you do a lot of stage as well.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, how is that? Stage is lovely.
Stage is my passion. It pays the least, and it's of course, as a Satan's film. But it is, as you say, it's that buzz. You got that. When I was playing Satan in front of 800 people, it was a gospel musical called "Tell Hell I Ain't Coming," and it's just that. It's everything, the dynamics, it's the theatre, the smell, the people, the other actors, it's just everything. And I think every theatre actor would tell you the same thing. There was a funny thing though in Tell Hell they flew a guy in from America to play Bishop Allgood, and for some reason he didn't know his lines. And we're doing rehearsals. So I was assistant director as well, and he was doing his lines. He didn't know his lines, in fact. And there was lots happened, but on rehearsal before the day, Eyes of the Devil was going to come on stage, and I do this kind of thing, and his Bible goes flying out his hand, and he stops praying and he cowers in fear, and he didn't do it in rehearsal. And I said, if you do that on the night, I'm going to strangle you in front of 800 people.
Please don't strangle me.
He did it on the night.
Yeah, so that's great.
No, he didn't do it.
Oh, he didn't.
No. So he did the same thing as what I'm saying. The devil came on stage. I did this one, and he carried on reading the Bible. So I went over to him in front of 800 people, went smack on the Bible, grabbed him by the neck.
And I'm sure that would have.
That woke him up. Yes.
Okay, we'll take a break right now. When we come back, we shall continue this, and we'll talk a lot more about yourself. This is TheJustEVE Show. Why do I keep saying this? This is TheJustEVE Show. We'll be back after this break. Now this is called pounded yam. You know yam?
Yes,
That's pound. You pound it, then it gets like this. And this is called. I'm not sure about that.
A bit like eating porridge. Solidified porridge. Porridge. Yeah, porridge. So it's a bit like solid porridge. And I don't.
You're welcome back to TheJustEVE Show. I'm having a lot of fun here with my dear friend Demetri. It's an honor having you on the show.
Happy to be here.
All right then. So you have done an actor in film and stage. Now a lot of young people would see the glamour. They think it's such a glamorous job. What would you say to them?
Apart from what we were saying earlier, with regards to if you're in it for the glitz and the glam, you won't make it. It doesn't mean you can't want to achieve that, but if that's the sole reason for coming into acting, you won't make it, because you will lose heart. You will. With acting, it's the passion first. Whether it's acting, directing, whether you're a cameraman, a sound man, it's the actual passion for the actual game, the world of acting. The other thing that's important is networking and getting to know people. You go to functions, you meet people. You do your, when you qualify, you do your freebies. For your students, so you learn how, as an actor, to act behind the camera, or opposite way if you're directing. The other way. The other thing, what I found is like yourself, is I write, I direct, I act, I produce, and so it's these days to be involved in all areas, because you learn from that, but it also gives you other avenues to follow, because acting is, there's only, I think 97% of actors are unemployed, so that they're not, they're continually struggling, so to diversify is a good idea. So yeah, is challenge yourself, do other projects, get behind the camera, direct, whatever, live it.
In my day, you couldn't come before the camera if you didn't know anything behind the camera. No. So I guess that's a good thing. Now, you did touch on the money aspect, that they should do free jobs.
Yeah.
But in our environment today, things are really, really tough.
Yes, they are.
And they find it difficult. They would find it difficult to understand that you have to pay your dues.
It's that thing, isn't it? There's, as I said, there's thousands plus actors out there trying to make it, and it's just you need that showreel. Without a showreel, you're not going to get looked at by casting agents and such like. You won't get on Spotlight, you won't get on Casting Call Pro. So you need to go and get that. But most actors, to begin with, need another job. That's why most actors, to begin with, work in call centres. I did motorcycle dispatch riding. Because you need a job that you can drop what you're doing pay the bills, and you can drop what you're doing at short notice. Because most actors fall out of it because they become despondent and they can't afford it, basically. So it's planning, and it's finding a job that's self-employed, or whether it's from bar work to call centres to motorcycle courier, it's finding ways that will enable you to proceed in that field. Because if you've got a job that's 9 to 5, you're not. That's the unhappy thing about it, you're not, because you need versatility.
Okay, let's come back to you. What's been the most exciting role that you've played, be it film or stage?
I think that there isn't. I'd love to play Ernest in The Importance of Being Earnest. At the moment, I've just finished a movie called Gatwick Gangsters, where I was King Jamil Abdullah. So I enjoyed that. Enjoyed playing an Arab, and quite frankly, I enjoyed doing that. I played, as you know, everyone's spoken about Satan in various roles now, and I enjoyed that. Because I actually really enjoy character acting, because it just enables you to be so much more, and I like doing that. So yeah, I think in the film I'm about to play a sword-wielding biker. So, another bad.
That shouldn't be too hard.
No, that shouldn't be too hard. So another bad person. Yeah.
If you weren't acting, what would you be doing? What?
That was chefing, probably.
What?
Chefing.
So that's your second love.
That's my second love.
This food we have to have.
We have to get out of it,
Yes.
don't we? I mean, we are friends as well, so we have to do this, don't we? Yeah, I mean, everything I do, I enjoy doing is creative, really. Or I'd like to be a writer.
But you are a writer.
I am a writer, but if I wasn't doing the acting, if it was an either-or situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, your kids, do they take after? Does any of them take after you? And are you encouraging them?
No.
Why?
Because I have a wife that goes academia first. No, she's right. Shia, my daughter, she's most like me in her artistic side, but she's very academic as well. So she wants to be in the RAF. She wants to go to Exeter in September University. So she's doing physics, maths, chemistry. I do all these degrees. I don't know. A-levels or whatever it is. Yeah. And my son, they both got me in different ways. My son has a passion for films, so he wants to be in the RAF as well. I don't know why my kids want to be in the RAF, but that's what they want. So I've said to him, if you want to have another field you want to go into, since you have a passion for films, why don't you look at going into media studies and going to university and doing that as well? So you have a kind of so they are like me in a lot of ways, yes.
That's good. Okay, let me ask you a random question now. I have 3 questions. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. I've got to go now.
Very funny. Pick one.
No. Oh, I got to pick 2.
Oh. Okay.
Second terrible ones.
Who was the first girl you kissed?
Sarah Throstle.
What was it like?
He. Did you say he?
What was it like?
She actually asked. It was funny. She was a ballet dancer, and
How old were you?
I think I was about 16. I know. I was just quite 15.
15. That's even more.
And she said to me, "When are you going to kiss me?" so I kissed her. It was very nice.
It was very
It was
nice.
nice. Yes.
So that then you now knew that you had to keep doing.
Well, I knew there was a duty I had to do when I was dating girls.
Nice one. Okay. All my guests, I give them a challenge
Okay.
that they're going to do, right? Yours, we'll do that at the end of the show. I'm African, right? I'm sure you know. And we have a lot of delicacies. You're a chef, so you must have explored quite a lot. Yeah? So there's one particular one we call ogbono soup and pounded yam.
Yeah, nobody lost.
You're going to eat that.
Ah, cool.
Cool,
Yeah.
right? And you know, that kind of food we eat with our hands.
Yeah, that's fine as well.
You're going to do that.
I'm
For that.
I'm a barbarian after all.
Okay. Look in that camera just before we go and say something to the viewers out there.
Oh, great, brilliant. There's various films. There's a film coming out where I'm an assistant director called Watch Now. It's a sci-fi film. Please, when it comes out, do watch it and support it. It's a low-budget film. It's only £2 million, I think, so support it when it comes out. And I'm about to be an assistant director and play a drug addict, of course, in a gospel series called My Family and the Church, in which I play Sylvester. So when that comes up on Sky Living, please support that as well.
I will definitely support it, and I'm sure I'll do as well. Right, so this is your challenge.
Right.
Now this is called pounded yam. You know yam?
Yes,
That's
yes.
you pound it and then it gets like this. And this is called ogbono soup.
Ogbono soup.
Yes, there's okra, there's a bit of okra in it.
Okay.
And that's chicken and that's cow foot.
Cow foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
How's the cow feel?
how does the cow feel? When you eat it, you tell me.
Footloose. Sorry.
So
Oh, well, when I'm ready, okay.
Yeah.
Let's go for this one first.
no, you go for this one.
I'll go for this one first.
No.
No.
This is this is fun. Now you cut a bit of this
Oh,
and you take
dip
that,
it in that.
yeah,
Right.
and
Okay.
then
I have a lawyer.
yeah,
Good lawyer.
you're
Call
fine.
my wife.
How is it?
Would you want the tap full ones or the scoopful ones?
The truth.
That's very nice.
But you're not sure about
Can I try again?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I just try because things I get to do in life.
You're an actor. You can get to do
Well,
it.
yesterday I was a free man. Today they tried to kill me with the lighter. That's very nice.
Oh,
That's very, very nice.
but you're not sure about that.
A bit like eating porridge. Solidified porridge. Porridge?
Porridge?
Porridge.
Porridge.
Yeah, porridge. So it's a bit like solid
Okay,
porridge.
so
And I
you
don't like porridge, so that's not your food.
Yeah.
I don't like porridge.
Okay, so you
Oh,
don't like
camera. I'm looking at the wrong camera. So, yeah, that's very nice. And I'm going to be taking this home with me. Thank you for having me.